Well, I'm back from the Bermuda Triangle. No, I'm not kidding you. From what I was told, there's one VW bus on the island nation of Bermuda, and it's a working single cab. Hey, it's Joe and Wilson here for Season 3, Episode 4 of Wilson the VW Bus. And it's been another longer than usual break for us. You know, maybe I was setting myself up for failure by trying to do a new podcast episode every week. At first, I had all this source material to talk about during Wilson's reconstruction, but now that we're back on the road, I'm happy to report that I've been busy living my life and enjoying things. I just returned from a little family vacation in Bermuda, and it was much needed. So I actually met a nice older couple at the Pompano Beach Club who liked my VW shirt, and so we struck up a little conversation about their own VW experiences. Then our taxi driver, who was also a retired police officer, we got to talking about vehicles on the island of Bermuda. When I asked him if there were any VW buses here, he said, well, there's only one, and it's a truck, he said, which I believe he meant a single cab, that belonged to a local carpenter. He said it was getting pretty tired looking, so the owner sent it off to Mexico to a restoration shop to get it restored, and now it's back in Bermuda looking better than new. I spent an entire day exploring the island, from the dockyard at the western tip of the island all the way to St. George at the northeastern tip, but I didn't see any VW buses my entire stay. I did travel by public bus a few times, but I don't think that counts. Does that count? No. So tonight I headed out to a local cruise night that we have here on the south side of town, organized by the Raritan Bay Cruisers out of Perth Amboy. Every Tuesday from 6 to 9 p.m., they gather at the parking lot of the Panda Express and where the old Pizza Hut was, which is soon to be a Chick-fil-A. No, I'm not getting sponsored by any of those. They're on Route 9 in Woodbridge. The last time I was here, a bunch of VW guys showed up from Perth Amboy, and I made some new friends like Ivan and his gorgeous black Carmen Ghia, and a guy named Sage who has quite a VW collection. Tonight, I also met Sergio, who is Wakito44 on Instagram, and his daughter, and they had their chopped and Mad Max-inspired VW Bug there. Pretty cool. It had spikes from a road milling machine mounted all over the sides and on the top of the Bug. It had plenty of cool patina to boot. He agreed to sit down in Wilson and talk to me about his combi experiences from when he was a younger man in Mexico.
I was here in the show, on a show car, and I saw, what's your name?
Joe.
Yeah. And he got on a combi, we call combi in Mexico, Volkswagen combi, and I was telling Joe that I used to ride with my father to work on these combis, like every day, like a daily drive. We used to put material, concrete bags, sand and gravel, whatever we got to do on the construction. We used to put it right on the combi inside. We used to put letters on the top, wood, just to build the houses with the combi. And that was my daily drive. All combis. My grandfather had a combi. My father, he got a Volkswagen. Is very common in Mexico, so everybody has a Volkswagen in Mexico. Yeah. And now that I came to this country, New Jersey, when I found a Volkswagen, it brings memories to me. Like when I was a child, riding with my dad, and it's nice. It's fun. And I like to see him. I like to see the Volkswagen, and that's why I came with the shows. See the Volkswagens, something I like.
You just sold your baby.
I had a 74. I sold it because I get good money for it. Now I kind of regret it, but but I know I can find another one.
Sure.
Yeah.
What about what you brought today?
That one, the Volkswagen Beetle. My son found it on a marketplace. He called me about 7 a.m. He's like, Dad, I found a Volkswagen. It's like maybe 3 hours ride in Connecticut. He's like, you want to go get it? I say, how much are you asking? Yeah, he told me the price, whatever. I say, hey, let's go. We went to a U-Haul, rent a trailer. I text the guy. He said, just come over, I wait for you. Boom. That was a Sunday. Sunday 7 a.m. By Sunday 12, we got the Volkswagen with us. And then started doing painting and whatever is stuff. Just try to fix it up a little bit.
Cool. Kind of like a Mad Max vibe.
Yeah, Mad Max. Everybody telling me Mad Max.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does your bug have a name?
Yeah, Erizo.
Okay.
That's in Spanish. It's like something like a spiky.
Spiky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was great to hear his daughter tell me how she loves checking out the old cars, because most teenagers nowadays seem to have lost interest in classic cars. I mean, honestly, most kids don't even get driver's licenses right away, which is whole nother podcast episode we can do. Anyway, when a 67 Herbie the Love Bug replica parked next to Wilson tonight, and Sergio and I were admiring it, she had no idea what we were carrying on about. So Sergio said that she had a movie to watch tonight when they got home. I told him about a few upcoming shows and about the September Flanders VW weekend coming up, and hopefully I get to meet up with them again. But for now, I've got some ice cream cake waiting for me, and that's all for now, folks. I'll catch you guys next episode.